everybody, and welcome to my weekly videos that I have basically not done for the last 2 weeks. So I want to basically, I suppose, start by apologizing and saying that I did make a commitment to do videos every week. And the reality is that even me, who does this kind of work and who's very passionate about what she does, sometimes I fall off the rails. And in the last 2 weeks, I would say that was definitely me. In fact, to be honest, I was talking this morning, I had a hypnosis supervision session, and I was saying to one of my colleagues, I said, I had what I was calling a spiritual breakdown. And my colleague said, how are you doing now? And I said, I'm really good. And she said, no, it wasn't a spiritual breakdown then, it was a spiritual breakthrough. And I thought, oh, that's pretty good, even like whether if we're talking about, an emotional breakdown or an emotional breakthrough. And I suppose, regardless of whether you do this kind of work for a living or if you do, completely different work, there are times when you go through periods when it's tough. And the last 2 weeks, I have been going through stuff that's been tough. And just to share, it's nothing to do with my personal life or nothing to do with, any of that. Really what it's come about is that I am redoing my Evolve Your Anxious Brain, or potentially going to be called Evolve Your Anxious Mind program. And I really was kind of, I suppose, faced with a decision. And the decision really is how much of my, spirituality, how much spiritual, foundations do I actually add into the program? Because I guess the reality is, what I realized is I am so grateful, so heartfelt grateful for everyone who is going through and has done the beta program. And remember, it is available for those people who purchase it. It is, you have a chance to actually do like second round. But what I kind of realized is that, in those principles that I teach and what I teach in clinic with one-on-ones, they all sit really on a foundation with me. And that foundation is that we are more than our bodies. Yeah, that we are, some people call it energy, some people call it soul, some people call it consciousness, but it doesn't really matter what it's called. That's just a label. Yeah. But the bottom line is that, we are, I am, you are more than your body. So if you are running anxiety, that's really the place where I need to start. And I hadn't been doing that in the beta version. It's that kind of, when we're in anxiety, we're not necessarily thinking in that way. We're just like, I'm anxious, I've got adrenaline running through my body, I can't sleep at night, I need something. And the world that we live in at the moment, as we all know, it's more like, oh, take a pill, or let's talk about it, yeah? But really, to resolve this, to really grow, anxiety, like most things, to be honest, or even like me with these last 2 weeks, when things happen that challenges or that like give us pain or give us grief, to me, and I can say this hand on heart, they always, always, always are opportunities for actual growth, opportunities for evolving consciously. I mean, consciousness really means awareness. So increasing your awareness or increasing your spiritual growth, or whatever you want to call it. Again, it doesn't matter, but actually growth. And so my dilemma was, do I actually include that? Do I put this in? Do I turn people off because they're not open to that? Or am I just like, rawly honest and say, listen, the beginning, when you come and you have got anxiety, the first question you've got to ask yourself is, who are you? And I don't mean what name you are, or what address you live in, or what country you live in. I mean, who actually are you? Who's that concept of self? Are you just your body and that's it? Because if you're just your body and nothing means anything and things don't happen for a reason, it's a scary world. And to be honest, it would take more than my program, or I don't know what program on the planet, to really, apart from being, taking medication to make you numb, it would take a lot to actually not make the world a scary place. But when you realize, when you grow, when you get to place of realize, look, I am, energy in a body, soul in a body, whatever you want to call it, and that you're on this path, and that this period of time that you're going through in your life, you have what's a thing that's being called anxiety. And understanding that and going, all right, okay, now, what do you actually need to do so you can go in really, really deep? And that's really what Evolve Your Anxious Mind is about. It's not just about surface level. It's not just about going in and talking about something. It's actually going in deeper. It's understanding that we are more than our bodies, and that we have an unconscious mind, And that really is. So I think for me, it was really kind of almost, I would call it, as people who know me a long time know, this has been a challenge in my brain for a very, very long time. It's almost like stepping out of the spiritual closet and going, guess what, everybody? Spirituality, your sense of self, that bigger picture has to be, it's part of the problem and it's part of the solution. And it's really got to be acknowledged and recognized as that. So, you know, I'm so sorry that I haven't kept up with my commitment with videos every week, but I'm also like, actually, you know, proud of myself and honored to be able to be vulnerable today. And it's like pulling my chest open, kind of going, guess what? You know what? This is, you know, this is moving forward. This is part of, and you will find I will be more open spiritually about my work coming up over time. And if some people don't like that, if it's not your cup of tea and you want to unsubscribe, no big deal whatsoever. I am cool with that, no issue. But if you know you're more than your body, even if you're from just teeny weeny bit waking up to being 6 or 7 years or maybe 20 years on a spiritual path, it doesn't really matter. What counts is that, you know, I have got some tools that I can help you to help you live a better life. That's it. You either like what I do and you want to come on that journey with me or not. Absolutely 100% your journey, your decision. So thank you for watching. My intention is that, you know, I'm back doing the weekly videos. And sorry for this being such a long one, but, you know, thanks for opening the email. Thanks for watching the video. And I'll let you know when, which should be very, very soon, when the actual real Evolve Your Anxious Mind becomes available for everybody. $97 a month. Unsubscribe when you wish to literally change your anxious mind. See you then.